with our February MAG Street Committee. And first we have a call to order. Steph, would you please call the roll?
Absolutely. Grant Anderson.
Here.
Thank you. Ben Wilson for Charles Andrews.
Here.
Thank you. Benjamin Bitter. Bryce Christo.
Here.
Thank you. Jerry Cooper.
Here.
Thank you. Maria Deeb.
Here.
Thank you. Nathan Dom.
Here.
Thank you. Jennifer Jack.
Here.
Thank you. Kevin Lair.
Here.
Thank you. Paul Lopez. Madam Chair, you are here. Brad Novacek.
Here.
Thank you. Steve O'Brien.
Here.
Thank you. Dana Oswiani.
I'm here.
Thank you. Herman Pedrahita.
Here.
Thank you. Matt Reed. Kevin Link for Patrick Sage.
Here.
Thank you. Ron Gritman in for Christopher Salas.
Here.
Thank you. Emil Schmid.
Here.
Thank you. Leticia Vargas.
Here.
Thank you. And Christopher Wanamaker.
Here.
Thank you. Is there anyone on the call that I missed?
Ben Bitter is here from Maricopa.
Oh, thank you, Ben.
Yeah, this is Ryan Blair, Town of Gilbert, also on behalf of David Fabiano.
Oh, got it. Thank you. All right, Madam Chair, we have quorum.
All right, so with that quorum, the meeting, the MAG Street Committee is called to order. As a reminder, please mute your microphone to eliminate any feedback. You will have the opportunity to raise your hand in the chat to be recognized, at which time you can unmute your microphone to talk. When you begin speaking, please state your name and your organization. Agenda item number 2 is call to the audience. Members of the public were asked to submit written comments related to this meeting through the MAG website. Comments may be sent at any time leading up to the meeting, but must be received at least 1 hour prior to the posted start time for the meeting. This is the opportunity for the public to come in and comment on items that fall under MAG's jurisdiction that are not on the agenda or that are on the agenda for discussion and not for action. MAG staff, have we received any public comments? If so, please read them at this time.
Madam Chair, we have not received any public comments for this item or any other items on the agenda.
Thank you. Agenda item number 3, the transportation staff report. MAG staff member Patrick Stone, will you now provide updates and a report to the committee?
Thank you. Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the Street Committee. I wanted to actually start off my report. It's not on the screen, but to take a moment to acknowledge the work of the previous chair, Maria and Angelica Deeb from the city of Mesa. Fabulous job leading the committee these last 2 years. Always a pleasure to work with and certainly an advocate for transportation in the region. So just a heartfelt thank you for Maria. Obviously, her and I go way back, so just wanted to get at that. Thank you. In addition, recognizing the chair's ascension, Angela, congratulations. And then also acknowledging Bryce Christo from the city of El Mirage and his acknowledgement or his acceptance of being the vice chair for the committee for the next 2 years. So thank you all. Moving on, wanted to acknowledge a new member on the street committee, and Benjamin Bitter, city of Maricopa, replacing Rodolfo Lopez. So Ben, welcome to the committee. I didn't know if you want to say anything real quick.
Oh, many of you I know, but just happy to be here.
Awesome, thank you. And then The next two agenda items, I kind of wanted to do something a little different. We've not really done this with this transportation staff report, but I wanted to provide an update to the committee on work they've done previously, just so that they understand those efforts don't go unnoticed or aren't valued. So first, the closeout. So last fall, we did a closeout for fiscal year 2022. Approximately $30 million was made available to the region. Received about $18 million in project requests, and those were submitted, evaluated, and ultimately approved by MAG Regional Council last month in January on the 26th. Recognizing we had some additional funding and given the state of the economy and what we're seeing, MAG has decided to go back out with a secondary closeout request for this year. The balance of $12 million is available, so that is ongoing as we speak. Applications and requests are due this Friday by 5 p.m. to myself. If you have any questions, certainly follow up with me after the meeting. Next, the August 2021 call for projects update. MAG Regional Council last month, very busy month in January, also approved all of the call for project items, focusing on the paving unpaved road projects and the Pinal County arterial bridge projects. Note the street sweepers that the committee saw actually were approved in November. And then finally, MS2 training, just a reminder that MAG will be hosting a free virtual training on turning movement counts, non-motorized count systems, and the traffic count database system on Tuesday, February 22nd from 10 to 12. Linda Priano here at MAG sent out an invite on that meeting. So certainly respond to that. If you didn't get it or if you need additional information, you can certainly contact Wong Zhang here at MAG. Madam Chair, that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stone. All right, agenda item number 4 is the approval of the consent agenda. There is only one item on the consent agenda, so please take a moment to review the minutes from the November 9th meeting if you have not already. And does any committee member have any revisions at this time? And when we're ready, can I please have a motion to recommend approval of the meeting minutes of the November 9th meeting?
I move to approve. This is Maria with the City of Mesa.
Thank you, Maria.
Anderson, Youngtown, I second.
Thank you, Grant. We have a motion from Maria and a second from Grant. Steph, can we do roll call, please?
You got it. Grant Anderson,
Yes.
Ben Wilson,
Yes.
Benjamin Bitter,
Yes.
Jerry Cooper,
Yes.
Maria Deeb,
Yes.
Nathan Dome,
Yes.
Ryan Blair,
Yes.
thank you, Jennifer Jack,
Yes.
Kevin Lair,
Yes.
Madam Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Thank you. Brad Novacek,
Yes.
thank you. Steve O'Brien,
Yes.
Dana Oswiani,
Yes.
thanks. Erman Pedrahita,
Yes.
Kevin Link,
Yes.
Ron Gritman,
Yes.
Emil Schmid,
Yes.
Leticia Vargas,
Yes.
Christopher Wanamaker.
Yes.
Thank you. Is there anyone that I missed?
Bryce Christo, yes.
Oh, Bryce, sorry. Thank you.
Matt Reeg, yes.
Okay, got it.
Mark Moore, Avondale, yes.
Matt Reed. Okay. Madam Chair, that completes my roll call.
Right. With a motion and a second and the members polled on the phone, the motion passes. Agenda item number 5 is the project scope modification request for SRPMIC for various roadways within the community. Mr. Stone will now introduce this project. Mr. Stone?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, members of the Street Committee. It's my pleasure to introduce Jennifer Jack from the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian Community. She'll be presenting this item on their behalf. Jennifer?
Thank you. Members of the committee, again, I'm Jennifer Jack with the Salt River Indian Community, and I'm the roads manager, presenting a project scope modification request for various roads on the community, and it's TIP ID SRP 22-202C. Next slide. In September of 2017, the community applied for funding to design and pave various unpaved roads, and the locations were selected based off a prioritized list that we have for acquiring easements. Next slide. During this time, we've been working to acquire the easements or the right-of-ways for these roads. You can see them listed on the map. It's Vista, which is number 1, Highland, Earl, and Westwood, and then Palm and Sycamore, and that's the one we need to make an adjustment to. So we've been doing right-of-way acquisition and design work on these and are approaching construction. Next slide. For Palm and Sycamore, the community has not been able to achieve majority consents from the landowners for a right of entry. And so that was to just do survey work and to kick off the project and get it started. And we've been working to obtain those consents. And obviously, if they're not even going to consent for a right of entry, then they're not going to consent towards a right of way. So since the people that live, adjacent landowners and the people that live there do not seem to be interested in dedicating the right-of-way necessary to pave the road, we've decided to finish the design work and shelf it for some future time, and then we'll just move our efforts onto other dirt roads that we have throughout the community where people do want to dedicate right-of-way and have them paved. Next slide. So our project scope request is to modify the project scope to remove Palm Lane and Sycamore Street from the project. And then I just have them listed. Palm is from Dobson to Sycamore, and then Sycamore is from Oak to Palm Lane. We do have construction funds that are programmed for fiscal year 22, but they are not enough based on rising costs. So since our original estimates, so we have requested closeout funds in November. And so what we intend to do is have MAG prepare a TIP amendment to adjust the closeout amount down to match the estimate for the 4 remaining segments that we are keeping. Next slide. This shows our funding summary. So originally for design, we had some CMAQ funds that we got during closeout a couple years ago. And then construction, it has our original amount that is on the TIP. And then you can see crossed out the amount that we requested for closeout. And then below that is the adjusted amount without Palm and Sycamore. Next slide. And so the action requested is, I don't know if I read this or Patrick, you do. Any questions?
Yeah, we'll stop here, Jennifer, and if there's
Okay.
any questions from the committee.
All right, hearing no questions. Do we have a motion?
Henderson, Youngtown. I move to approve the recommended action.
Second?
Reminder, Aida with Tempe, second.
All right, we're going to go with first is Grant and second is Herman. And Steph, can we get a roll call?
You got it. Grant Anderson,
comment. Very good presentation. Very understandable. I vote aye.
Thank you. Ben Wilson,
Aye.
Benjamin Bitter,
Yes.
Bryce Christo,
Aye.
Jerry Cooper,
Yes.
Maria Deeb,
Yes.
Nathan Dome,
Yes.
thank you. Ryan Blair,
Yes.
Jennifer Jack,
Aye.
Kevin Lair,
Yes.
Madam Chair, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mark Moore,
Aye.
thank you. Brad Novacek,
Aye.
Steve O'Brien,
Aye.
Dana Oswiani,
Aye.
Herman Pedrahita,
Aye.
Matt Reed,
Aye.
Kevin Link,
Aye.
Ron Gritman,
Aye.
Emil Schmid,
Yes.
Leticia Vargas,
Yes.
Christopher Wanamaker.
Aye.
Did I miss anyone in the roll call?
Paul Lopez, City of Buckeye, aye.
No. Paul Lopez, thank you. Madam Chair, the motion carries unanimously.
Thank you, Steph. All right, agenda item number 6. We now have Ms. Jackie Gainey, which will present the ALCP project chain process overview. Jackie?
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. This item is for information and discussion only and will have no action. We've begun the process of updating the arterial life cycle program for the coming fiscal year 2023. And as part of that, agencies are able to come forward with project change requests for their ALCP program. I'm going to give a brief overview of what your role is in this process as the street committee and what will be presented by our member agencies today. Next slide. So the ALCP serves as the financial management tool for the arterial component of the regional transportation plan. And it's guided by the policies and procedures, which were last approved by Regional Council in an update on February 24th of last year. Next slide. As the street committee, your role in this process is to listen to the agency with regard to their original project scope and to the change that they're requesting with project substitution. Next slide. Included with each request is a project change summary. There's also an evaluation which uses the ALCP project change tool that looks at 9 criteria. It includes qualitative and quantitative criteria and considerations such as volume capacity ratio, crash data, the regional importance of the project segments, and all of that detail is included in the meeting materials. Next slide. Today, we will be hearing project change requests from 2 agencies. And for the technical review, the agencies will present on the following: the overview of the project to be added, the overview of the project to be removed, why the original project is no longer feasible, the impact of the change on congestion and mobility, and again, the results of that project change tool analysis of those 9 criteria. And with that, that concludes my presentation. I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Jackie. All right, moving on to agenda item number 7. We will also have Jackie present the ALCP project change for Scottsdale Road from Jomax Road to Dixoletta Drive.
Yes, so the first request is from Scottsdale. This will be presented by Greg Davies. Greg, whenever you're ready.
Yes, thank you, Jackie, for that overview. Good afternoon, Madam Chair and members of the MAG Street Committee. I'm Greg Davies, Senior Transportation Planner for the City of Scottsdale, and I'll be presenting the City of Scottsdale substitute project request to the committee today. And thank you for this opportunity. On this first slide, it shows the original project and the proposed project. The original project is the Shea Auxiliary Lane from 90th Street to Loop 101. and this project is included in the Shea Boulevard Loop 101 to State Route 87 segment of the Arterial Life Cycle Program. The proposed project is Scottsdale Road, Joe Max Road to Dixaletta Drive, and this project is included in the Scottsdale Road, Joe Max Road to Carefree Highway segment of the Arterial Life Cycle Program. Hence, that is why the City of Scottsdale is requesting this substitute project request to move funds from one segment to another. Next slide, please. This slide shows the maps of the original project and the proposed project. The original project to the left is the Shea Boulevard auxiliary lane from 90th Street to the Loop 101. The map on the right is the Scottsdale Road, Joe Max Road to Dixaletta Drive, which is the proposed project. This essentially we consider in northern Scottsdale. The Shea Boulevard auxiliary lane is in central Scottsdale. Next slide, please. This slide shows the actual original project. The goal for the original project, which is the Shea Boulevard auxiliary lane, was to design, acquire right-of-way, and construct a continuous westbound right turn lane or auxiliary lane from 90th Street West to the northbound Loop 101 Pima Freeway on-ramp. The Shea Boulevard auxiliary lane is currently programmed with $2.196 million in regional area road funds for fiscal year 2022 and $1.564 million in regional area road funds for fiscal year 23 for a total of $3.76 million. Next slide, please. With current observations, we determined that the capacity of the northbound on-ramp at Shea Boulevard and Loop 101 was actually already fully utilized. And with a lack of space to add a third lane to the ramp or the auxiliary lane, the project was just really unfeasible. And this is a view of the location. This is showing the northbound on-ramp to Loop 101, and then Shea Boulevard is at the lower end of the photograph. Next slide, please. The City of Scottsdale, in cooperation with the Arizona Department of Transportation, will be doubling the length of the westbound right turn bay to the northbound Loop 101 on-ramp to reduce the number of turning vehicles that actually use the westbound through lanes. As you can see on this graphic, the vehicles use the through lanes and they congest the right turn onto the northbound ramp. The westbound turn lane will extend from 89th place to Loop 101 northbound onto the ramp. This turn bay extension will be accomplished within the budget for the Shea Boulevard intersection improvements Arterial Life Cycle Program project. The estimated cost of this improvement is $350,000 and will be coordinated with the widening of the Loop 101 when it occurs in this area. Next slide, please. The project that I just mentioned, the Shea Boulevard intersection improvements, is currently in design, and some locations designed at 30%, some others at 100%, depending on the location. This project will include construction of capacity, safety, ADA, and pedestrian and cycling improvements at approximately 11 intersections in the Shea Boulevard corridor. The total budget for the project, including the regional area road funds and local funds, is $14.181 million, as shown on the slide. The current estimate is approximately $8.6 million. Therefore, there will be adequate funding to address all the locations shown on this map on the slide, including 90th Street intersection and the Loop 101 intersection. Next slide, please. The proposed project, Scottsdale Road, Joe Max Road to Dixaletta Drive, will reduce congestion and improve connectivity by upgrading the roadway to the city's standard 4-lane rural minor arterial cross section with medians, improved intersections, improved drainage, and a roundabout at Dynamite Boulevard. This project would create consistency in travel lanes as well as bicycle, pedestrian, and ADA access facilities throughout the project area, following the city's complete streets policy. As shown on this slide, you'll see the funding figures. There's a total of $16.659 million in regional area road funds for this project. The request is increase the regional area road funds to $20.41 million. for a total of 3.76 million coming from the Shea Auxiliary Lane project, or the original project. The largest cost increase for this proposed project is due to the purchase of a right-of-way, as well as additional increases in design and construction. And you can see the parameters of the proposed project. Next slide, please. As you're aware, with any project change request, the original and proposed projects must be plugged into the ALCP project change tool. As you can see in these matrices, the bottom one is the combined results. So the total score for Shea Auxiliary Lane project is a little higher due to the higher volume to capacity ratios and the volumes, traffic volumes on that segment, on that short segment. But the Scottsdale Road project almost evens out the total score as a result of integrating a complete street cross section. So the scores are pretty close. Next slide, please. That culminates my presentation on this project request. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them.
All right, do we have any questions from any of the committee members?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
This is Jerry Cooper with the town of Paradise Valley. In that project, you mentioned median islands. They're going to put median islands from Joe Max Road to Dynamite, you said, on Scottsdale Road?
Yes, committee member Cooper. Correct.
Okay, so that would be the only stretch of Scottsdale Road with median islands on it, correct? From like the 101 all the way up to Carefree Highway, basically.
Committee member Cooper, actually, the goal for the city of Scottsdale is to improve Scottsdale Road for the entire segment, for actually from Thompson Peak Parkway all the way to Carefree Highway. And that would include median islands in regarding those improvements, as well as integrating those other improvements, like from the complete street, the bike lanes, intersection improvements, other specific improvements. So actually, this is just one segment of many other projects that span that corridor.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have.
Any other questions on agenda item number 7? So this agenda item is for information, discussion, and possible recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I have a motion to approve. This is Maria with the City of Mesa.
Thank you, Maria. Do we have a second?
Second, by
City of
Jennifer Jack.
Chandler.
Oh, Jennifer got to it first, Kevin.
Man, I'm gonna have to work on that. No worries.
All right, Steph, can we do a roll call, please?
Absolutely. Grant Anderson,
Aye.
Ben Wilson,
Aye.
Benjamin Bitter,
Yes.
Bryce Christo,
Aye.
Jerry Cooper,
Aye.
Maria Deeb,
Aye.
Nathan Domey.
Yes.
Yes, is that correct pronunciation of your last name?
Domi.
Domey. Okay, thank you. Nathan Domey. Got it.
Perfect.
I won't mispronounce it again.
Sure. Thanks.
Ryan Blair,
Yes.
Jennifer Jack,
Yes.
Kevin Lair,
Yes.
Paul Lopez.
Yes.
Madam Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mark Moore,
Yes.
Brad Novacek,
Yes.
Steve O'Brien,
Aye.
Dana Oswiani,
Aye.
Herman Pedrahita,
Aye.
Matt Reed,
Aye.
Kevin Link,
Aye.
Ron Gritman,
Aye.
Emil Schmid,
Yes.
Leticia Vargas,
Yes.
Christopher Wanamaker.
Yes.
Did I miss anyone during my call? Madam Chair, this motion carries unanimously.
All right, we now have agenda item number 8, which I will introduce Miss Gainey as well to present the ALCP project change for Ellsworth Road from Elliott Road to Guadalupe Road.
So this is our second proposed project change, second and final. This is going to be from the city of Mesa and to be presented by Maria Deeb.
Thank you. Members of the street committee, on behalf of the city, I'm here to present the request to exchange the project Southern Avenue, Gilbert Road to Bella Vista and substitute it for a new project, Ellsworth Road from Elliott to Guadalupe Road. Next. So as I mentioned, this is the information I'm going to provide for you to recommend approval of the substitution. Next. Southern Avenue, Gilbert Road to Bella Vista used to be a widening project that is now rescoped as an arterial reconstruction with ADA work on ramps and driveways and some minor landscape work. Just as background information, the city of Mesa conducted a study along for the Southern Avenue corridor, and it was recommended that Southern to remain as a 4-lane roadway and just widen key intersections. Southern Avenue was improved with the LCP project Greenfield Road to Hickory that was completed in December 2021. The improvements included the widening at Hickory Road and some ADA improvements, as well as streetlight relocations and more pavement reconstruction work. Next. In summary, I just wanted to inform everyone that the project we're asking for substitution, this one is going to just remain as an arterial reconstruct, pavement rehabilitation, no widening, and just upgrade driveways, ramps, and sidewalks, and do anything necessary for ADA compliance. Next. The project that is to be added is Ellsworth Road between Elliott and Guadalupe. This segment is fully built as a 6-lane cross-section with curb, gutter, and sidewalk, with exception of 1/4 mile along the eastern side of Ellsworth Road underneath the power line easement. Since this will not be built by development, the city intends to close the sidewalk and roadway gap in this additional segment. Next. So as a summary, we are wanting to widen Ellsworth to 3 northbound lanes and close the sidewalk gap. Our intent is to do design and the land acquisition in fiscal year 22-23, and in 23-24 do construction. That is the planning estimate we have at this time. Next. So our prioritization criteria of why we selected this project was that it is important for the city to address the roadway gap, address the sidewalk gap, connect park schools and churches in Mesa, and you can see in the map provided that there is to the south of the segment I'm discussing the hospital, and north of that there's some churches and parks. Next. We also completed the LCP project change tool, and we included their quantitative and qualitative evaluation. The prioritized and combined results show that this project that we're asking to include is ranked higher, 1.15, over the other one, the Southern, that is 1.05. That concludes my presentation. Next. If there are any questions, please let me know. And the request is to recommend approval of the substitution of the existing project, Southern Avenue, Gilbert to Val Vista, and include the new project, Ellsworth, from Elliott to Guadalupe. Next. If there are any questions, please let me know, or if you need to future contact me, there's my email and my phone number.
Thank you, Ms. Deep. Do we have any questions for agenda item number 8? Hearing no questions, as a reminder, this item is for information discussion and possible recommendation. Do we have a motion?
Anderson, Youngtown, I move the recommended action.
All right, do we have a second?
This is Brad Novacek, Town of Queen Creek. I second. Chris, you were late. You're supposed to be there.
I know, I was waiting for him too. All right, with a motion and a second, Steph, can we do a roll call?
Yes, this should be our last one for this meeting, so hang in there. Grant Anderson,
Aye.
Ben Wilson,
Aye.
Benjamin Bitter,
Yes.
Bryce Christo,
Aye.
Jerry Cooper,
Aye.
Maria Deeb,
Aye.
Nathan Domi,
Yeah.
Ryan Blair,
Yes.
Jennifer Jack,
Yes.
Kevin Lair,
Yes.
Paul Lopez.
Aye.
Madam Chair, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mark Moore,
Aye.
Brad Novacek,
Aye.
Steve O'Brien,
Aye.
Dana Oswiani,
Aye.
Herman Pedrahita,
Aye.
Matt Reed,
Aye.
Kevin Link,
Aye.
Ron Gritman,
Aye.
Emil Schmidt,
Yes.
Leticia Vargas,
Yes.
Christopher Wanamaker.
Yes.
Did I miss anyone? Madam Chair, this motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. All right, agenda item number 9, request for future agenda items. Are there any requests by any of the street committee members for an item on a future agenda? All right, hearing none, we'll go to the next agenda item number 10. Updates from member agencies. I would like to invite any members to share information related to ongoing street-related project activities in their jurisdictions. Do any of the members have anything to share?
This is Maria with the City of Mesa.
Go ahead.
Thank you. The city has experienced growth, potential, a lot of growth in the southeast part of the city. And we are currently doing a lot of work on Ellsworth, south of SR 24. And we just completed the Ellsworth Williamsfield intersection, and we're going to continue doing work from Germain all the way to Ray on Ellsworth work. We're also doing some work on Williamsfield, and we are currently in construction of Signal Butte, also trying to tie Williamsfield all the way to Germain with joint work with the town of Queen Creek. That concludes my update.
Thank you, Maria. Any other updates from any other street committee members? All right. Agenda item number 11, the next meeting date. The next street committee meeting will be held on Tuesday, March 8th at 1 p.m. It will be held virtually. And with that, to close our meeting, I will call for an adjournment. But before I do that, I do want to extend my thank yous to Maria as well. I know Patrick said it earlier, but she has been a very strong member and leader of this committee the past 2 years, and especially through a pandemic. So thank you so much for all of your hard work. And I do want to extend it to the MAG staff and the other street committee members as well for this opportunity to be able to hopefully step into Maria's shoes. I know she'll teach me a lot. But if there's anything that I can assist better on this committee, please let me know. And with that, can I please have a motion to adjourn the February Streets Committee meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second, Emil Schmidt, Apache Junction.
All right. With a motion and a second, the meeting is adjourned at 1:40 p.m. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.